What's up? I am Some Guy Some Game, and it's another beautiful morning here on the moon. I assume it's the moon orbiting Earth, although I haven't actually seen Earth to confirm that, so I'm kind of just guessing on that one. But alright, I'm here today. I wanted to show you some more stuff. Last time we left off with I had my solar panel set up. I went ahead and added an extra one there. Usually two will get you going for quite a while. So I've already got a little bit of juice stored up in my battery, so it's working pretty well for me here. But I wanted to go ahead and move on and show you how to set up a basic base to get you started. Now this is going to be a starter base. My goal with it is to show you how to grow food. Well, to have a place to grow food and manufacture parts so you can keep building your mothership and another base, larger base, cooler base, whatever you want to call it, however you want to call it. So those are the two main goals with it, is to give you somewhere to grow your crops and to have a good manufacturing area to shove off and make some more stuff with. So the goal, I don't want it to be a complicated base. So let's just go ahead and get started then. Now I went in through a whole bunch of my stuff here in a crate. It's just mostly, I'm going to use the steel frames, or the iron, I'm sorry, the iron and the iron sheets. I'm going to also try to use steel when I can, but why not use these ones? I'm going to just probably use them for the beginning, and then from there I'm going to go ahead and use steel after that. Let me drag this over here somewhere. I haven't quite picked out a spot. I figured, man, this area would work pretty good somewhere out here. So let's get started on this. First, you want to grab your steel frames. And I guess briefly, before I jump into this, actually, let me run over here. I should have another crate loaded with some stuff right over here. And this is what you're going to want for your atmospheric system when you want to get that started. I have 3 of the atmospheric units that are printed out of, these are all going to be printed out of the pipe bender, hydraulic pipe bender machine. So you want to make one of those. It's right there. It looks just like the other ones. So, but you want to get, I got 3 of these out. And then I got two pressure regulators, 1 gas mixer, and I got 4 tank kits. This is going to be for a smaller setup, 2 active vents, and then I got some pipe here. This is going to be for a smaller setup. This is not going to be a huge system. Like I said, this base is only going to be for basic, but you are going to need more than 40 pipe. That's just what I've got ready to go right now. I'll go ahead and make more later. There are going to be a few cuts in this video. I'm not planning on doing the entire base all at once here, but we are going to get it started and going, so you'll know the basic design and what you want to do with it, hopefully, by the end of this one. But I wanted to show you this. This is the stuff you're going to need, so you want to go ahead and get them ready. And then that's on top of the airlock kit stuff that you start with, which is over here. You should still have this stuff sitting around. So, alright, I'm going to go ahead and move over here. Another thing I wanted to mention was I talked about making Electrum for the Logic motherboard. Apparently in the electronics printer, let's go look over here. Apparently in the electronics printer, you actually don't have to have it. These cords like to make you do a little funky dance there sometimes, so that's what my guy was doing. You know, yeah, he ain't going to do it now, but alright, let's find it. Oh, I already got it up here. And it's only going to take gold and copper, so when you want to go ahead and set up your solar logic, which I'm going to show you probably next video. I have another video up on it if you want to check that out, but I'm going to actually mention it in the next video too. So, but when you want to make that, you're going to need 5 gold, 5 copper, and you're going to be good to go. Now, I think on the fabricator, it actually takes the Electrum. I think that's why I got confused. I could be wrong, and I'm pretty sure in the recipes it shows the Electrum needed in it too. So, but either way, you don't need it right now to make it on the electronics printer, so that's great. So you can get that going when you need it without making the Electrum. So that's just a little bit simpler thing for you there. So I'm going to go ahead and move up here, and let's get this base going. Now, like I said, I'm going to make some cuts, so I might just to try to just save a little bit of time here. So I'm going to probably go ahead and add one in right here. I'm going to get the base started, and then I'm going to come back and show you what I got going so we can save time. I will see you in just a second. Alright, and it's going to be dark here soon, so I want to go ahead and show you just the basic setup of what I've done so far. It's really not much, but I want to go ahead and keep you in the loop of what's going on. This is going to be the basic entry area here. Pretty simple. This is going to be the airlocks. This is going to be main controls for the airlock where I'm going to run my pipes. And then this is going to enter into the base. And although it don't look like much right at the moment, it will here shortly, but This is going to be where I'm going to put the stairs leading up. This is going to be the hallway with the atmospherics in it. But I wanted to show you the basic outline here before it gets dark. And then what I'm going to do actually is find the right spot here. I'm going to keep moving down this way, and we're going to have the atmospherics and stuff set up down this way. So I'll show you that here soon. We're going to have some blocks here. I have gone ahead and built the skeleton of this base once. I haven't actually done the full base yet, so we're going to do that together, I guess. So if there's any engineering issues, I will make sure I bring those to your attention. But so far, all this has worked out really well from what I've done, from what I've seen, and what I'm going to do, I think. So I will go ahead and come back probably in the morning time once I've got a little bit more of this done. Okay, and the sun is up now, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what I've been working on throughout the night. I'm gonna add a little bit more stuff to make it clear what stuff is. But this is gonna be where the atmospherics are. This is gonna be the manufacturing area back here. We're gonna have an area down here for the stuff to fall into, and then I'm gonna have the greenhouse up here, and we're gonna have our solar panels running along the back here. So I'll go ahead and pop down here and grab. I wanted to show you this too. This is why putting stuff in these crates can be really helpful for you. You can just swap stuff in, do what you want. It's all right here for you. This makes it real nice. You don't even have to run up to each crate. And I could grab what I need from a little bit of distance away, but let's go ahead and grab these well, not the atmospherics yet. I want the tank kits. So I can show you what I'm doing with this exactly. This is the same setup I did with my basic greenhouse. It's going to be identical, pretty much almost in every way. So I'm going to modify it obviously for this project, but this is, if you've seen it once, you're going to see it again here. I'm going to put all the tanks around through the back here. I'm going to put my atmospherics units right here with the filtration. And then we're going to have that sticking out the back. And then I'm going to have my regulators and my piping running through and up into the greenhouse. So I've tried to keep this as compact as I can so we can make this simple and easy for you to build if you're just getting started. So I'm going to go ahead and start laying down some more of the frames so maybe you can get a better idea of what I'm going to do with everything. But the overall idea is keep it simple. You know, this isn't a fancy base. This is going to be the base you want to build so you can survive long enough to build your fancy base. So that's my ultimate goal with this. I'm going to go ahead and get started on the atmospherics here, getting that stuff set up and getting some of the windows up around the outsides of the base here, and maybe even setting up a little bit more of the manufacturing area. So I will be back hopefully before, well, if I don't make it before dark, it'll be morning again when I come back, but it won't be long for you. Okay, and before it gets too dark here, I wanted to show you what I got done with this. Now, if you've seen my other videos, this is going to look very familiar to you because it's going to be the same exact atmospheric system I put in my basic greenhouse video. But if you haven't seen it, I'm going to go ahead and explain what it is real quick here. So this is going to be where the vacuum side of the system is, and it's going to go ahead and pull the pressure in here. It's whatever's going to be in here. This is going to be oxygen and nitrogen. So it's going to filter that out and put that into the tank back here. And then this is going to connect up to our main line, but I'll show you that later. But whatever's not oxygen and nitrogen is going to be filtered out through the front here. And this is going to be our CO2 filter in here. And it's going to go ahead and filter the CO2 out and put it into the tank back here. And that's going to be used to mix back into our main line too. And then whatever's left over is going to come out the front here and come in here. And this is going to be our water filter. So water will be put in the tank back here, as well as I'm going to go ahead and run this line into the base for the greenhouse so we can grow our plants. And then everything left over from that is going to be shipped out into this pipe. And you can do something with it later. That's going to be pollutants and volatiles, and I'm pretty sure that's what's going to be left over. So that'll all go in here. And if you wanted to, you could extend this and add more filters and whatnot, but for now this would work just fine for you. Again, the whole concept here is simple and basic, so I don't want to make things too complicated. So alright, this is what I've been up to here. I got this piped up. I'm almost out of pipe already, so I'm probably gonna have to print some more of that. But as you're gonna do your wiring through the back here, that's why you're leaving that gap. So make sure you got this gap. If you don't, that way you got plenty of room to do your wiring. And the point is, this whole base is actually going to be sealed off, so I don't want to, you're going to be able to come in here and your atmospherics and all this stuff's all going to be in a pressurized area. It's not going to be outside your base. I'm going to start working a little bit on the manufacturing area back here so you can see more of what I'm talking about with this. Right now it doesn't look like much, but I promise you I got an idea within a plan. So hopefully that's going to pan out well. But the sun's going down. I don't like working in the dark. I don't have portable light or anything set up yet, so I'm going to start laying down some of the walls out here and getting this done, and I will be back probably in the morning time. Okay, the sun is back up, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what I've been doing. We've got, well, if I can get my those little steps sometimes can get you. So this is going to be the greenhouse area. I went ahead and put in most of the windows. You can't really see them too well. Let me go ahead and grab some sheets here so you can get the basic idea of what I've done. Just windows here, you know, it's a greenhouse, so you get the idea. And then I got them all through here. So the sides are the composite walls, and then I'm going to have a little room over here for filling gases and stuff like that. And then I went ahead and added some windows here. I like the look of it. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. It's just something I do. I like windows and seeing what's going on around me. So these are all going to be walls here, and you just need the windows up here for the main greenhouse. This should be plenty of room, I'd say, for doing what you need to do. Enough crops to grow, probably to feed up to 3-4 people in this game, I'd say, but 1 or 2 for sure. So this isn't going to be, like I said, it's a starter base. I've said that several times, but you know, it's not meant to be your main living facility forever. So it'll get you going. It'll get you what you need done. I've went ahead and put in some of these floors and stuff to show you what it's going to look like, to give you an idea. That way it's not all just a skeleton. So normally you'd probably not want to throw all these in right away. That way you have, because you're going to have to remove some of them for putting pipes and wires and stuff. But I wanted to show you what it looked like here. This covers up most of these pipes, so you'd only have this. You could probably even color these if you wanted. Well, you could color them and barely even notice them. So down here I have my manufacturing, and I've put in the windows and stuff to show you what my main idea is here. This is just, again, for flair. You don't have to have these, but I like the look of it. But you'd be able to, this is going to be, there's going to be a row of steel frames underneath me. Well, and it's going to be the resource pit. So once the machines print off their stuff, it's going to fall down into here. You'll be able to stand outside, grab it, and I'm going to have some controls for the machine so you can toggle them off there so they don't run on non-stop. But this way you can easily take your resources and start building something around you, building your new base, taking them where you need to, without having to constantly run in and out of the base to grab new stuff. So you can just start the printing, head outside, and start doing your stuff and come back and grab it when you need it. Hopefully it's going to work out nice. I got my solar panels are going to be back here. I haven't fully committed to these designs yet. I don't know about this side thing. I'm just looking into some stuff here, but the solar panels are going to be up there. So you'll see that here soon. I guess I can go ahead and walk outside and do a quick walk around before it gets dark here. The solar panels are going to be where I'm aiming, right up here, so they can get maximum sun. And they're a couple steps back. That way their shadow hopefully isn't going to be blocking any lights for the plants. Over here is going to be the resource pit area. You're going to be able to walk along. You're going to come up some stairs, walk through here, be able to grab all your stuff. I plan on throwing in my furnace and smelting area all out here. That way you can bring in your ores and they'll be nice and accessible. You can smelt them, throw them in them. That way they're ready to go and toss in your machines when you need to. So I put some thought into it, but it's, you know, the design isn't perfect, but like I said, simple and hopefully compact. That way you can do everything you need to do without a lot of effort. You know, it's not fancy automation. It's not going to have fancy gas mixtures, all kinds of stuff. It's just going to be a basic base that you can grow plants in and get your stuff done. So I'm going to keep working on it. Hopefully my design will come out a little more when I show you more later. This is probably going to go ahead and wrap it up for this